Everyone thinks the GlocalMe G4 Pro is the perfect travel Wi-Fi solution, but here's the thing, it's not a magic internet box, and it can disappoint if you use it like one. Because the surprising truth is, this 4G hotspot lives and dies by local networks and data plans. That title you clicked, it's for a reason. I spent 2 weeks testing it in airports, hotels, rideshares, and crowded city centers, and what I found flipped my expectations more than once. Cloud SIM auto-switching sounds like hype until it doesn't, but there are caveats nobody tells you, especially at this price. If you travel for work, stream on the go, or want to ditch sketchy hotel Wi-Fi, stick with me. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick heads up. If you're already convinced and want the current best price, I've got a link below. But don't tap out yet. What I found about speeds, costs, and reliability could save you money and frustration. Here's why I grabbed the G4 Pro. I bounce between cities and rely on uploading files, maps, and calls on the move. Public Wi-Fi is a security nightmare. My phone's battery tanks when tethering, and local SIMs are a hassle when you're hopping countries. I wanted one pocket device that just works. The G4 Pro promised Cloud SIM auto selection in 200+ countries, no contracts, pay as you go, and up to 10 devices connected. On paper, perfect. But I've been burned before. I've tried tourist SIMs that throttled me to a crawl at peak times and a different travel hotspot that worked great until I left the airport, so I went in skeptical. At around 143.99 with a 3.9-star rating on Amazon, plus 1.1 GB of global data included, it's not impulse buy cheap. It needed to earn its keep. First test. Airport and transit, congested networks, interference, and everyone streaming. The G4 Pro's dual-band Wi-Fi 2.45 GHz helped right away. My laptop latched onto 5 GHz and avoided the noise. Speeds varied by location, but I consistently saw 1225 Mbps down, 38 up at busy gates. Not blazing, but stable enough for email, maps, and 720p streaming. Latency hovered around 6120 ms. But then I hit a bottleneck at an older terminal, 35 Mbps down and stalls. That's the reality of 4G when local networks are saturated. Second test, hotel and co-working. Hotel Wi-Fi is notorious. Here, the G4 Pro's Cloud SIM did its thing. In areas where multiple carriers overlapped, it auto-selected the strongest signal. Think AT&T versus T-Mobile versus Verizon in the same area, and I saw a jump. 2040 Mbps down, 812 up steady, file uploads worked, Zoom held. But then I noticed something. At peak evening hours, speeds dipped like any mobile network. This isn't a private pipeline. It shares towers with everyone else, so while it beat hotel Wi-Fi most nights, it wasn't immune to peak congestion. Third test, rideshare and on-foot navigation. Battery matters. The 3900 mAh cell claimed up to 10 hours. With 2 devices connected, I averaged 8-9 hours before needing a top-up. With 3 to 5 devices and a couple of video calls, closer to 6-7 hours. It can reverse charge a phone in a pinch, which saved me once. But then, brightness and the 5-inch screen can chew through power if you're tinkering constantly. Keep it in low brightness and you'll be fine. Fourth test. Content streaming and gaming. Let's be real, this is a 4G LTE device. It handled 480p to 720p YouTube and Netflix smoothly in most spots. 1080p was hit or miss depending on the tower. For gaming, casual cloud gaming sessions were possible in strong signal areas, but if you need low ping for shooters, this isn't your edge. There's also carrier-grade NAT in play, which can complicate certain VPNs and remote access setups. Not a deal-breaker for most, but power users should know. Now, the cost question. GlocalMe's app lets you buy day passes, monthly packs, regional bundles, or per GB. No contract, and it really is tap to activate, but pay per GB can add up fast if you're a heavy user. If you stream a ton or upload a lot, you might save more with a local SIM or eSIM. The safety net. The G4 Pro also has a SIM slot, so you can drop in a local card and skip Cloud SIM when it's cheaper. That flexibility is huge. Here's where it gets interesting. My most surprising discovery was how often Cloud SIM beat my expectations in fringe coverage zones. In a spot where one carrier collapsed to 1-2 bars, the G4 Pro hopped to another network and gave me 10-15 Mbps without me lifting a finger. That auto selection is the secret sauce, and when it works, it feels like magic. I put over 20 hours into back-to-back tests, toggling between Cloud SIM plans and a local SIM in the same locations. Cloud SIM was more convenient, but not always the cheapest. A local SIM often won on price per GB, the G4 Pro won on simplicity and multi-country flexibility. Compared to alternatives like using your phone with an eSIM, Airlo/Nomad, or a 5G hotspot like the Netgear Nighthawk, here's the bottom line. The G4 Pro isn't the fastest option, that crown goes to a good 5G device on a strong network, but it's the least fussy when you're crossing borders and want to share with multiple devices. And unlike hotel Wi-Fi or random cafes, you control the network. Too good to be true? Not quite. There are trade-offs. It's 4G, not 5G. Data packs can be pricey if you binge. The interface is functional, not fancy. And your real-world speeds will mirror local network strength. But for business travelers, digital nomads, or families who want one hotspot for phones, tablets, and laptops, it checks more boxes than I expected. Now that you know how Cloud SIM auto-switching can quietly save your trip and when a local SIM makes more sense, here's my take. If you need a frictionless setup before your next flight, grab it while the price is near $143.99. Links in the description for the best current deal and any data promos. Recommendation time. If you're a frequent traveler, hate juggling SIMs, and want a secure, shareable connection for up to 10 devices, the GlocalMe G4 Pro is a strong buy. If you're a heavy streamer or gamer chasing 5G speeds, look at a dedicated 5G hotspot instead. Budget traveler on one country for weeks, a local SIM in your phone may be cheaper. For everyone in the middle, remote workers, families, creators who need reliable 4G across borders, this hits the sweet spot. Bottom line, it's not magic, it's smart connectivity. Use Cloud SIM for simplicity, drop in a local SIM for savings, and let the G4 Pro do what hotel Wi-Fi can't.